Namaste. Welcome to today's full moon video, and it is a day late, but it still will be very visible and looking like a full moon tonight. If you have the ability to see it, we had terrible weather, so we weren't able to see it down in the Carolinas, but hopefully some of you tonight will be able to. It's a great time to put out your crystals, and I have some laid out in the front of our full moon to show you. You can put them in a windowsill, you can put them outside, and let it soak up that wonderful, delicious moon energy. Now this is a very, very powerful full moon, and it's because those of us that follow Western astrology know that this is a full moon in the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio is a force to be reckoned with. I have many Scorpio women in my life. I have my best friend is a Scorpio. I have my business partner is a Scorpio. They actually share a birthday. I have my son's girlfriend of 10 plus years is a Scorpio. My mother-in-law, I believe, is a Scorpio. So yes, I am surrounded by Scorpio women. And the Scorpio zodiac sign is a sign that has a lot of beautiful qualities, but also a lot of deep qualities. Scorpios will be the type of friend or family member that is going to be very deep. They are going to ask you probably a lot of questions. They're very inquisitive. They want to know everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything. But they're very, very passionate. They're very loyal. Scorpios, and this during this Scorpio season, your child might feel this full moon energy where they will be very emotional, which a full moon creates anyway with children. But it also happens to be what's called a water sign. So that magnifies the emotion. Scorpio full moon is a full moon where whatever you do for a living or not, whatever is in your life that maybe you need to look at and consider, do I really need that in my life? Do I really want this person in my life, or this material thing or things in my life? Is it things that are completely necessary for you to become the best version of you? This is a time when you may see a lot of people breaking up. You may see friendships moving on. This is because the Scorpio full moon, it really makes you look at that part of your life. For me, it happened a month ahead of time or a few weeks, and not with friends, though in the past couple years it happened with friends. It happened with a vehicle that I absolutely loved. I had it for 8 years, and it started to break down year after year, more than once a year, more than twice a year, more than 3 times a year sometimes. And that vehicle was very expensive to repair. So I finally knew that this was the time that I just had to give it up. It was just time to go. And so I did that about 3 weeks to yesterday. 3 weeks to yesterday, which was the actual full moon, was when I got rid of that beautiful vehicle and traded it for my new to me vehicle. So I'm very, very happy that I was able to finally let go of that vehicle, because it was, what do they call that saying, a root of contention with my husband and I very often. But, you know, it's just a card, they say, but it's not. And so back to Scorpio. I have 3 different color schemes of crystals. The reason I have the 3 different color schemes have to do with crystal healing during the Scorpio full moon. You see, the Scorpio has to do with your lower chakra, your root right in this area. And that colors of your chakras, the energy wheels, you don't see, some people can, most people can't. That is more of your root chakra, and it may be one more up, but your root chakra. And so that's red, and then the next one up is orange. So right down here you have the colors red and orange. I learned in crystal healing when I got certified that if your root chakra, let's say you have a lot of worry about the rent, mortgage, bills as an adult. If you're a child, you might be worried about where are we going to live. I'm in an area where in the military they're moving every couple of years. And it might affect the students and children where they're worried about leaving their home, their friends that they've made, and going to new and finding a new home. So that affects your root chakra. So there are one of 2 thoughts out there to balance your root chakra for this Scorpio energy. You can use the color of the red or oranges with crystals, and you can place them on that part of your body, right down here, as close to it as you can get, okay? Or you can go to the opposite color from that, which happens to be greens. And so I pulled some green stones, and you would do the same thing. You could either hold them in place or lay down with them in that area. And you can do it for a few minutes or longer. Children love to lay down and have crystals placed on them. So that's one thing. The other colored stone I brought out that you could use are blue, because it being a water sign and water being the color blue, hopefully you'd use blue crystals. I love blue crystals. I love sodalite, one of my favorite next to diamonds. I love sodalite. I also happen to have a crystal had both the greens and the reds in it. So if I had a client in front of me that needed to balance that area, I would definitely be using the one that had both the reds and greens in it, or it's actually an orange. You can't probably see that, but that's what I would be using. You can also do distant healing, which I love to do for my friends and family. I often get calls from friends and family asking me to do that for them. And I make sure that I cut out a space of time where it can be very calm, quiet, and I'm in the right frame of mind to be able to do that for them. And I often work with what's known as crystal grids. But once again, back to Scorpio full moon. It is a time that take baths. Baths are great. We're almost in pool season here, and the ocean and the beach and the lakes. It's been hot enough for that here. Go on out in that. It's been pouring rain here, and I know back home in New York it has been too, a lot of days and weeks. It's great to collect rainwater and make moon water from it. So you just put out some glass jars and collect some rainwater. Those are great, great, great healing waters to do, and then you sit it out in a full moon. So these are all examples of what to expect with a Scorpio full moon, and with the students, how you can help them. I just highly recommend crystals. They are of the earth, and our earth, Mother Gaia it's called in the spiritual world, or Gaia. We just celebrated Mother's Day 2 days ago. And what better way to honor your body's moms and Mother Earth's body by using things that come from the earth, like crystals and water. And so I hope you've enjoyed this Scorpio full moon video. My name's Doreen Foxwell. Namaste. Have a great yoga day. Happy full moon in Scorpio. I will see you next time.